As we get ready for our town hall race and coronavirus airing at 4, we wanted to share an interview my colleague Reggie Aki did this morning. It addresses the Latino community and the massive impact that COVID-19 has had.
Recently, UCSF did a study of a certain neighborhood in the Mission, and they found a couple of very interesting things when they looked at who tested positive for COVID-19. Even though 44% of the participants were Latino, 95% of those who tested positive were Latino. And it turns out that 90% of the people who tested positive are now working outside of the home. There are great disparities when it comes to the Latino population and this disease. So to talk about funding and the way that the community is responding, we're bringing in Amber Gonzalez Vargas. She's with the Latino Community Foundation. It's so good to see you.
Hi, Reggie. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really happy to be here as well.
So we just talked about how hard COVID-19 appears to be hitting certain populations. And wow, it seems to be hitting the Latino population especially hard here in the Bay Area. And I know that there is a response now that is coming from organizations like yours.
That's right. I'm really excited actually to talk about the Love Not Fear Fund that the Latino Community Foundation launched almost immediately after things started unraveling with COVID-19 and with shelter in place. You know, the foundation that I work for, our mission is to unleash the civic and economic power of Latinos in California. And for us, when this happened, there was no doubt in our mind that we needed to really rally and stand up for our community.
So tell me how this is going to help. People can donate to this fund, and then where does the money go?
Thank you. That's a great question. So this fund was actually created specifically to target some key communities here in California. The fund was created to support the most vulnerable families that are in the Central Valley and in the Inland Empire. Our fund is really stepping up to support the undocumented families, senior Latinos, and really the families again that are being most impacted by this. We are supporting Latino-led nonprofits that are on the front lines of providing this wraparound social services to really step up for our families, many of which are being cut out from state funding that several other folks are receiving as well. And
well, that's an interesting point because a lot of, as we know, the government has been cutting checks to many citizens to try and help them through this crisis. But it sounds like there is a large swath of the Latino population in the state not getting those checks.
That's right. And I think a huge part of that also has been undocumented folks. I want to just say what we hear from our partners on the front lines has been alarming. You know, several folks are afraid of going out and getting tested or even sometimes even grocery shopping. They don't know what's out there. And several of them are actually still going out to work themselves, whether it's in the field or because several of them are essential workers. And so the statistic that you actually started with this morning, I think is quite indicative of what's happening across the state right now. We have a majority Latino population here in California, yet right now they're the ones that are suffering the most and the ones that are testing the highest for COVID-19.
Okay, so how can people help? Where do they go?
They can go to latinocf.org and you can donate to our Love Not Fear Fund and really, again, support organizations. We actually are also supporting 3 key organizations in the Bay Area, Nuestra Casa de East Palo Alto, One Day at a Time in Brentwood, California, and Siren as well. So I want us to know that, LCF is actually based in San Francisco. We are a statewide foundation, but we do also always think about our partners back at home. And so this is really a call to the community to support the most vulnerable families that are here right now that really need your help the most. At the end of the day, this pandemic has brought to light, I think, some horrible things, but what we're seeing is really a step up and an influx of love, generosity, and connection. And we hope that all of the viewers that are watching today can join us and really investing in our families, in your neighbors, and we're here to help do that.
Well, I know that the Bay Area is generous, so Amber, we hope that they will pitch in. Thanks so much for your help today.
Thank you so much, Reggie.
And don't forget to join us for Race and Coronavirus, a Bay Area conversation. We'll focus on issues and challenges facing the Latino community during this pandemic. You can watch it right here on ABC7 in just about a half hour. You can also watch it live online at abc7news.com, on the ABC7 News app, and on our Facebook page.